So what is henpecking and how do you know if it's happening to you? I'm Mark.
And I'm Kelly.
And thanks for watching our channel where we make videos to help you show up confidently to a dating relationship that leads you to marriage. We're growing our channel, and if you would, we'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button below and the bell, and you'll be notified every Tuesday when a new video comes out. So what is henpecking? Henpecking is when your partner is constantly pointing out your flaws, correcting your behavior, and talking to you in a condescending way. It's not very noticeable in the infatuation stage, but over time you start hearing words and phrases that sting a little. Henpecking is the slow pecking process of tearing you down. It happens so slow that you hardly notice it's happening to you, but as it's done over time, it has a compounding effect on your self-esteem and the health of your relationship. In essence, it's death by 1,000 cuts. Here are the signs that you're being henpecked. Sign number one, constant criticism. No matter what you do or how hard you try, it's never good enough. You cooked dinner? Not enough salt. You washed the dishes? They just weren't clean enough. You wrote a love note? Oh, I wish you would have said, oh, you bought a new outfit? You look great, but you look a little bit heavier in that one. Sign number two, you're being henpecked? Eye rolling. You're talking with your friends and you're saying something goofy, or you have an opinion that your partner may disagree with, and they roll their eyes. They roll their eyes to show they're irritated with you and that they are letting others know that you're a little bit of an embarrassment to them. Sign number three, sarcastic joking. Henpeckers make a joke at your expense. Rather than being mean and flat out criticizing you publicly, they belittle you by joking at your expense that makes you feel embarrassed and less than. Sign number four, when you have a disagreement, they use phrases like you always or you never, and they exaggerate the truth. Sign number five, devaluing your needs and desires. When you share what you want in the relationship, the henpecker quickly gets defensive and devalues your needs and desires because what you want is an emotional exaggeration to them and you're being overly needy. Your needs make them defensive because you should just be honored that they even want to spend time with you. Sign number six, they keep a tally of wrongs. When you have a concern about your partner and what they're doing, that henpecker will turn around and quickly point out how many times you failed them and how many times you disappointed them. And they have a tally sheet to remind you of how many times you disappointed them. Henpecking creates an emotional wedge between you and the person you're dating. The more it happens, the less you're willing to give because you're always on eggshells. Vulnerability begins to disappear, the joy of giving fades, and fear becomes the driver of the relationship. Changing a henpecker is nearly impossible. It's a character flaw. This is why it's important to have other people in your life that care about you, that observe your dating relationship. Because many times this henpecking happens so slowly that you don't even see it happening. But your friends and family, they see it. And if they care about you, they will point it out. Remember, a henpecker is a master of making you feel bad. So here are some tips for you to fry up that henpecker. Tip number one, have a conversation. But go into the conversation with a plan and be clear on your desired outcome from that conversation. Give examples. When you say this or do that, it makes me feel like this. Realize it takes two people to make a good relationship, and when you show up fully understanding your worth and your value of what you bring to the relationship, then you show up with power. Tip number two, establish the rules of the conversation. Let me share with you what's going on and some of my thoughts about our relationship and some things that need to change because it's been bothering me. And I don't want any interruptions. If you interrupt me, I will have to stop you and start over. Tip number three, hold your ground. Hold your ground because henpeckers will make you think that you're the problem and will quickly reverse the situation on you. Tip number 4, let them know the consequences of future henpecking behavior. If this continues, then I will have to move on and find someone who will appreciate me, all of me. If you say this, you better be ready to back your play, because if you become passive with the results of your own life, the other person will, they'll sniff the weakness in you and they will henpeck you to death. That's it for now. Give us a like, a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and let us know, have you ever been henpecked and how did you deal with it? Or have you ever seen somebody who's been henpecked and what advice would you give them? Until next time, live victoriously.